StayWell Copper and oral health care. You know what I didn't add to the stream, but I've got something interesting I'm going to bring up later is some soap samples I've got from um, Soap Club. That's right, Soap Club. Let me just get going. 1, 2, 3. Yes, sirree. We are live on Amazon. And we've got a bunch of different products featured, including at the bottom of the stream, we've got the hand roller from StayWell Copper on here. And let me see. I thought I heard a beep. If Howard does come on, I'm going to keep a lookout for him. Thank you. We are live, everybody, on various platforms, including Amazon. And thank you for being here today. We're excited. I have Marcia Reese, the founder of StayWell Copper, and we're going to be discussing a lot of different products, including her products and why she co-founded this company. And StayWell Copper is something that I personally use, and you can see even on the back of my phone, I've got that on the patch, which is awesome. It's just, it's really, really great to have. Hey, Marcia, how are you? Welcome.
Good morning. I'm doing great today. I'm really glad to be here with you, Tony.
So, Marcia, listen, we're live here on different platforms. We're live on Amazon. We are live on YouTube and Facebook and LinkedIn. We are live. So I'm glad everybody's joining us today. Marcia, tell us about your story and why you decided to start StayWell Copper.
Well, gosh, I was working very, very hard. And hang on just a moment. Howard is just checking in.
Okay, let me see if I can.
I was working very hard. I was working a lot of hours. I wasn't sleeping well. Yeah. I was living on diet soda. I was abusing my body. And I got sick. I got very, very sick from a deadly MRSA staph infection in the lowest part of my spine. And for the next 6 to 8 months, I hung between life and death. And I mean, really, I had final rites twice. I was very sick. Mm-hmm. And so when I finally got better, I wanted to find an all-natural, chemical-free way to kill the harmful bacteria that had made me and so many others so sick. Do you know more people die a year from a MRSA staph infection than auto accidents and breast cancer combined?
You know what? If you do me a favor, because like right now I'm just running the software. If you do talk to Howard, let him know I emailed him the link for Be Live in the email, and I think he thinks it's the StreamYard, and that's where I can't. That's why he can't come on. He sent me a question asking. I couldn't respond to him. I sent it his email. I'm gonna send it to his WhatsApp right now as well. So guys, we are live on Amazon. Click through and check out some of the amazing different products we've got available today on Amazon. What you want to do is we're featuring the roller from StayWell Copper, and Marcia Reese is on. If anybody's out there today, please say hello and check in. Let me just send that link again to Howard inside of WhatsApp. Howard, if you're there, I'm going to send it to you inside of WhatsApp. The link one more time, and I'll send it in your email one more time as well. So hopefully you'll get that, and we go from there. So guys, thank you so much for being here. We are live on Amazon. And let me see, did I just hear a beep? Because we have some new software here. I think I heard something. Anyway, please, Marcia, go ahead.
So that's how it all happened. I finally got better, and I decided I was going to find a better way to keep people free from harmful bacteria. And I went back, did a couple of years of intensive research. And there's some StayWell Copper on the bottom of the screen. I found that antimicrobial copper, sorry about that. Antimicrobial copper kills 99.9% of harmful bacteria. and it never stops working. It's self-sanitizing.
Yeah.
It will last forever. And you don't have to rub any of that goopy chemical into your skin, which is so good because those chemicals are not good for our system. And anything we put on our hands gets absorbed into our bodies. So it just seemed like the right thing to do for the right reasons. And it's kept me cold free for the last 6 years. So I use my copper every single day, and can't recommend it strongly enough. High quality, made in the US. Cool thing is we get our copper from Revere Copper, which is up in upstate New York. It is the United States' oldest manufacturing company, started by Paul Revere in 1801 when he was 65 years old. Look at that, Tony. He was just starting a company that's lasted 222 years. See, you're still young, man.
You know what? I just thought of this the other day. I just woke up the other day and I had a tough night the day before. I'm thinking, you know what? The best is yet to come. Honestly, the best is yet to come. And that's the kind of mantra everybody should wake up every day saying, the best is yet to come.
Good. Yes. Yes. I had lunch yesterday with a couple of really cool guys. And one of the gentlemen was telling me about his father, and it sounded like his father had a pretty impactful impact on his life. And he said when his dad would write him letters, and he kept all the stack of letters that his father had written him. And I kind of felt sad. My father's never, ever written one paragraph to me, and he's still alive at 94.
Wow.
But this guy's father has passed away, but every letter he wrote, I asked him to give me the quote, "Work hard, be honest, and rewards will follow." And he doesn't know this, but as a surprise, I'm going to have that engraved on a phone patch for him.
That's wonderful. Wonderful.
It will mean a lot to him.
So listen, Marcia, tell us about some of the different products we've got featured here. Let's talk about this one here, the Scratchy Pack.
The Stretchy Pack. Oh my gosh. This is really great. I live in Arizona, so a lot of the time I wear sundresses. I have no pockets. You know, you men always get to have pockets somewhere. Well, we women oftentimes don't have. And even if a pair of pants does have a pocket, it's a very tiny little pocket. It's not like you men's nice deep pockets. So the Stretchy Pack was created so that I could wear crossbody or around my waist a soft, stretchy neoprene pouch that holds everything I need. And it does have one of our StayWell Copper dangles on it that you can rub and roll between your hands, and it will also kill it, just like this. It'll kill the bacteria on your hands. And this is a real good fidget to get kids used to using. But that Stretchy Pack, I use it all the time. It holds everything I need. And if you're taking your pet out for a walk, you can get one just for your dog walks and put in their treats and their poo bags and the water and all the things you need when you're taking your pets for a walk. It is a wonderful, wonderful product.
That's thank you for filling us in, especially when people are really pet lovers. They need things like this because the properties of copper are well known. Talk about this item here, please.
Oh my gosh, that is our Hope necklace. That is something I do not leave my home or my office without it. It is solid copper, hangs around my neck, exactly like I've been telling you. So while I'm out and about, if I need to push an elevator button, that is my sixth finger. It is my germ-free sixth finger. So I use this to push elevator buttons, ATM buttons, grocery store checkout. When I'm filling my car with fuel, I don't push those buttons because none of those public displays ever get cleaned well. And this is nice. It fits around my neck. If I'm going into a meeting and I don't want it to bang on the table, I'll tuck it inside my shirt. But it, again, is self-sanitizing. So it kills the germs that are on itself. And so it's always ready to help me stay bacteria-free.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful because of the fact that I love their product. And guys, in a little bit, I'm gonna do an opening. I'm gonna actually open one of the StayWell Copper products live
Oh,
on all, and I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna show people. I'm so excited. You know what I mean?
you know the other thing, Tony, that's cool about this product? The one that I wear, I have had for 6 years since I first created it. It's an early prototype. I still wear it because it never stops working. And you know, last year we spent $1.75 billion on hand sanitizer. That is 750 million plastic bottles in the landfill and the ocean. They take 400 years to decompose. This one piece has been with me for 6 years and kept me free from bacteria every one of those days. So it's a wonderful value proposition that will last forever.
And not even that, the research has shown, honestly, like there's nothing better than, first of all, hand sanitizers don't do anything. You want to either wash your hands with hot water and soap, or the copper is the next best thing. You're literally, and that's what we want to do, guys. Stay safe and protect ourselves, especially
Yes.
more and more when you're traveling. Don't forget that when you're traveling in airports and especially in closed spaces, it's very, very important. Let's move on. Tell us about this product here, Marcia.
Okay, that is another. That's one of our dog tag dangles. I have one here. This is for your car keys. Again, car keys, we touch them all the time. We lay them down in all kinds of places. They never get cleaned. And this is another way to keep your hands clean when you're touching your car keys. Plus, another neat thing about copper, Tony, is while it kills 99.9% of harmful bacteria when you touch it, it kills 70% within a 16-inch radius. It is the only metal that has a halo effect. So it is a continuously cleaning product. It's just wonderful. So that fits onto your car keys, your dog leash, whatever you want to put it on. You can put it around the ring of your purse if you want. So you always have an easy access.
That's wonderful, wonderful. Um, uh, Tell us about the fact that the advantage of buying something that's made in the USA.
Oh, yeah. Boy, this just came home to me. Tony, I hope I can say this. You give me the thumbs up if I can't. There is a knockoff counterfeit competitor on Amazon selling two of our products.
Wow.
And I had friends of mine order these products, and they came in dented, scratched, dinged. They don't have 3M adhesive on the back. They are a cheap Chinese knockoff of all the products that we worked hard to develop. So I want your viewers to know, and the people following you, we are all made in the USA. There is no cheap secondary alloyed metal. This is pure medical grade antimicrobial copper. And that's not what's coming in on these cheap knockoffs. So beware what you buy. There is a difference in getting number one quality from the inventor who created it.
Marcia, again, could you just expand on that? Let me just grab that box quickly of the StayWell Copper. I'm going to
Okay.
do the opening in a minute.
Okay, I was going to pass this link on to Howard.
I got the box. That was quick. So we got a bunch of different StayWell Copper products here, and I just love it. I'm going to be using some more. I give it out as gifts, and now with, what I'm thinking about this when I'm going to be traveling in my travels. So this is something I've been using. I'm going to open one up.
Oh, Tony, can I mention one other thing? When you got that product, see the information card that comes with it? It gives you all kinds of helpful information. It tells you how to use it. It tells you all about the product. When we ordered the Chinese junk, the cheap knockoff junk, it came in a plastic bag. It didn't even have a label. It said not how to use it, what it was for. There was not one word printed with it. So they just sent you this damaged piece of product and assumed you'd know what to do with it. It was disgusting.
That's horrible. So stick with a genuine quality product. And I think that really comes down to one of the things I think Howard is here, um, is the fact that that you want to make sure the buyer that you're buying from, right? You don't want to just buy from anybody, because sometimes when you're buying something on Amazon, a lot of people may have had a negative experience, because if you don't buy from the buyer who's selling the product, right? And you want to make sure who you're buying from, because if and that's why it can be confusing. Sometimes people think, hey, they see a cheaper price for a product and it's the same thing, and they just buy from somebody else. And they don't know until it comes, and then it hurts everybody because they get a negative experience and they leave a negative review. And
Exactly.
I think that's something you really want to address.
Well, I've been working my best, and in fact, the gentleman who just ended up in ended up in the hospital from the snowboarding accident, um, his lawyer is going to be discussing it with this gentleman because he needs to cease and desist. He is damaging our brand.
Well, yeah, but I think in general, the key is, remember, buying from the right seller when you're buying, making that purchase. You know what I mean? And that's the key, because of the fact that you want to buy authentic. Like, same thing. When you're buying if you're going to buy a piece of clothing, you're going to make sure it's an authentic piece of clothing rather than something that looks a little sketchy, right?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
and that's, I think, the main takeaway. So let's talk about other things. Marcia, while you're here, give us the update. What else has been going on in your life and in your business?
Well, this week I just finished updating an ebook on copper that I wrote in 2018. I'm going to start using it as a free gift with purchase. It's very interesting. It tells the story of how StayWell was created. It also tells lots and lots of facts so that I want to educate people on why I got so crazy about copper, because there's a whole lot of science behind this that ordinary people probably aren't going to take the time to unearth. So I found what I thought people would enjoy listening and reading and put it in an ebook. So I'm hoping that'll be done by end of day tomorrow. And it will be a free gift to anyone who wants to reach out, because I like to give back and help other people get excited and tell their friends and family, just like you are, Tony, about the power of StayWell Copper. There's no reason we have to be sick when something so natural, chemical free is right here. It's a women-owned company made in the U.S. We employ U.S. veterans, and we're really proud of our product line. It will last forever, and it will stand the test of time. It's not like that junk on the internet, on the counterfeit, knockoff counterfeiter. Just call him what he is.
Well, anyways, I'm going to open one up. I'm going to show you the genuine product from
Yes.
StayWell Copper. You can feel the quality, and it's wonderful. So I want to do the unwrapping right now, live. Guys, I'm going to be opening this up from StayWell Copper, and I'm going to just put it around me. And there we go. Ta-da!
Yay!
Live, guys.
Oh, you look so stylish.
Thank you. Hopefully this will help me get a date. Like, what's this? It's protection.
Well,
This is protection.
well, it'll certainly protect you from the dates that are covered with bacteria.
Yeah, that's for sure. Everybody knows there's any doctor will tell you there's viruses or bacteria in the air everywhere we go.
Yes.
So, and especially when you're in more enclosed spaces, when we're traveling in the wintertime, especially, you're going through airports and planes and trains, and you got to be just very cautious. And it starts with StayWell Copper. You know what I mean? So, guys, anybody who is on Amazon, click through and check out all the different products from StayWell Copper and all the amazing things we got featuring right here at the bottom. So click through, and Marcia's going to give us some more information.
Did you find it, Howard Hop on?
You know what? I thought I heard him, but then I haven't seen him because
I forwarded your email to him.
Now I see him. Hold on.
Oh, good.
There we go.
Hey.
Good morning.
Hi.
So were you there for a while? Because
I was. That's okay. I was listening and learning. I mean, it's StayWell's an unbelievable product, and great as you think about just how crazy the weather's been and everything else with germs. And what a convenient way, certainly with the roller too, because it not only can, I know, as I've learned, help you by holding it, or as Marcia will demonstrate, putting it up the nose. But it also comes in very handy when you're like at the gas station or the bank. Anytime you got to put in your PIN number, and you don't want to touch that, like at the grocery store. I mean, how many people have been pressing those buttons when you're checking out? And what a handy tool to have just to do that.
Oh yeah. But guys, I want to introduce Howard here. Howard, introduce yourself, and I'm going to just put and feature some of his products right there.
Yeah, thanks.
And at the bottom, Howard, please give us your bio.
Yeah, thanks. My name's Howard Kaufman, and I am a co-founder of ORL, which is a natural and organic oral care company. We've painstakingly looked at the entire market. There's so many harmful ingredients in so many of today's brands, most likely a brand that you may be using today. And we've gone ahead and identified all those harmful ingredients through a national database, and we've eliminated them. And there's about 122 out in the market. And what we've done is we've developed through a lot of formulation efforts to not use any of those harmful ingredients, but use only the best in natural and organic ingredients with plant-based essential oils, vitamins and minerals, organic xylitol. We have a very unique ingredient in our toothpaste now called hydroxyapatite. It's a natural calcium that helps strengthen teeth and also whitens teeth. So we've included that and developed a product line of toothpaste, of breath sprays and mouthwashes, and now a travel set. And we've had them up available on Amazon now for going on our second year. And we're excited to, Tony, thanks for this opportunity just to jump on this and share with everyone about ORL. It's really for the person who's looking for a more natural and organic solution, not only for themselves, but also for their family. So if you're the type of person that's trying to live a toxic-free life and improve just the quality of ingredients that you're using, not just for yourself, but for your kids, we've developed a choice, hopefully, that you would strongly consider. And then the last thing I'll add with this, as we were going through the product development efforts, and Marcia knows a lot about this, we learned along the way that it's estimated worldwide 1 billion plastic tubes of toothpaste hit landfills every year.
Wow.
So, Tony, we made the decision to not use any plastic tubes or bottles in our packaging. Everything's in recyclable. Our toothpaste, for example, thank you, Marcia. This toothpaste, it's in a recyclable aluminum bottle with a mess-free pump. And the other advantage of the mess-free pump is there's less waste. This will last twice as long. So not only is it healthier for you and better for you, it's going to last twice as long. And you're doing something good for the environment because you could repurpose the bottle or you can certainly recycle it. And one of the beauties of aluminum is endlessly recyclable. Unlike plastics that you can recycle,
Right.
If your plastic's recyclable, you only can recycle it a couple of times before it really degrades. And glass can only be recycled a few times. In fact, there's some municipalities out there, like in the state of Washington, they won't even accept glass anymore in the recycled bins.
Really?
There's too much of it.
Yeah.
And then the last thing just to add, similar to StayWell Copper, for those folks in the States, this is made in the USA too. So we're very proud of that fact too.
Well, yes, you do. So welcome, guys, for being here.
I feel like Vanna White.
Yeah, and I appreciate that.
Well, I love this product. I know it's right over here on my desk. This is his breath spray, and you just roll it up and spray it, and you saw me do that. And what I learned from Howard, and Howard, correct me if I say this incorrectly. Howard's product is formulated to keep our mouth at a perfect pH. And through the day, as I drink diet soda, Howard drinks iced tea, Tony, you were drinking coffee, and we eat things, it alters the pH balance in our mouth. One spray of this, and I'm back to balanced. Did I do that correctly?
Oh, Marcia, no, you're exactly right. And yeah, pH is so important. And the science shows in your mouth, as you're indicating, Marcia, when you drive the pH well below 5.2, the average person throughout the day, and that really creates an environment where bad bacteria will start to harvest, creates bad breath, leads to gingivitis, leads to plaque. Ultimately, if you really don't address your oral care, it's going to lead to cavities and worse things like that. So the beauty of having a perfect pH is by using our product in the morning, using it in the evening. And as you said, these breath sprays, especially on Amazon, have become very popular. We sell them in a 3-pack.
They're just so cool the way they turn out. They're just cool.
We sell them in a 3-pack. So one for, your gym bag, one for the car, one for your pocket or purse. And throughout the day, you can keep that pH level above that 5.2. So you're not only improving your health, you're keeping your breath as fresh as possible. And then you start thinking about with Valentine's Day around the corner, everyone. And it'll also continue to keep your mouth moist. And a lot more people are suffering from dry mouth just with whether it's changes in the humidity. If you still are in a situation where you may be wearing masks and you get that mask breath, this will keep your mouth moist. And
by the way, Howard, you may not know this. Before you hopped on, Tony told us that he's looking for a date. So we got to get Tony some.
Tony, yeah, please.
And then he's got his StayWell Copper roller on. That'll keep the German women away from him. And this will attract, he'll have fresh breath. I was at the dentist 2 days ago, and I've been using ORL now for 2 years, I believe. And I did not have a single cavity, nothing. And my dentist commented that I was doing a good job. Can you talk, Howard, about how this product helps keep plaque out of your mouth or all of your product line?
No, absolutely. Absolutely. So one of the key ingredients that's found in all of our products, whether it's the mouthwash, toothpaste, and Marcia, you're mentioning the breath spray, is organic xylitol. And organic xylitol is a natural sweetener. It's found in nature. It's a natural sweetener, and it molecularly resembles sugar, but it's not. So what happens is when a bad bacteria molecule encounters a sugar molecule, the science is that bad bacteria will consume the sugar molecule for energy. And that's how they energy to multiply. And the byproduct of that consumption is actually plaque. What happens when that molecule of bad bacteria, which scientifically it's known as Streptococcus mutans for those playing at home, when that bad bacteria encounters a molecule of xylitol, it resembles sugar, but it's not. And there's some enzymes in the xylitol that biologically that bacteria cannot digest. So what happens is the bacteria will expend all of its energy attempting to consume the xylitol, but it can't do it. And it ultimately starves itself and dies. So interestingly enough, the xylitol, which again is in all of our products and it's organic, it passively eliminates bad bacteria because it just, the bacteria will starve itself attempting to consume it. It can't. And the magic behind it is it'll maintain the good bacteria in your mouth. And that's one of the reasons why, for example, in mouthwashes, most mouthwashes contain alcohol. Alcohol will absolutely eliminate and kill bad bacteria. But what happens is alcohol is like an Agent Orange in your mouth. It's going to kill everything, including the good bacteria. And that doesn't help you at all. In fact, that sets you back. That drives your pH balance really low. So it all gets connected. But Marcia, I know that's a long-winded answer, but that's the explanation.
There's one other thing I wanted to point out to the followers. As Tony is showing Howard's wonderful ORL products down in the
Thank
corner
you,
of the
Tony.
screen.
Yep.
If you notice the price, it is a premium product, but I have been using the last bottle of toothpaste I bought on Amazon. I've been using it now almost 2 months. And the other day I screwed the lid off and took the pump out to see how much was left, because this must be getting low. I was stunned to see there's at least a third of it left. So it lasts far, far longer than the toothpaste in the tube. So
Marcia,
it does become a better value proposition.
Yeah.
Thank you. It lasts a lot longer. We only use the best ingredients that we can source, as much organic ingredients as possible. The rest of it is certainly natural. And we are not producing millions of units at one time and just sitting in a warehouse, basically getting stale. Our product does have a shelf life. It's marked on every single product at the bottom. It's a 2-year shelf life. So it's really important for us that we're, again, painstakingly formulating this with the best ingredients. And essentially, it's small batch production. So when you're getting our product, you are assured that you've got the perfect pH balance, you have none of the harmful ingredients, and you're going to have really the finest ingredients with a shelf life that's going to last a while. So that's really the beauty behind the product.
Awesome.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Tell us again about the difference between, for example, I think what you're really known for is the toothpaste, right? That what kind of started it all, because I've given some samples to my own dentist and I haven't gone to see him yet, but I'm looking forward, because he said he really enjoyed it. It's something that he would use or recommend.
Yeah, the toothpaste has been very popular. Candidly, the mouthwash and the toothpaste together, more consumers are also discovering that. But yeah, I mean, the toothpaste is kind of the cornerstone behind our brand, behind our product line, and we continue to, like as I mentioned recently, we added hydroxyapatite, which is it's like a fluoride substitute, and fluoride. There's a lot of research out there, more research about some harmful effects that fluoride can have on people. And we've made the decision, again, by being able to formulate our product at that perfect pH balance, we decided to not include fluoride. However, hydroxyapatite is fluoride-like in terms of its benefits. It'll strengthen enamel. Plus, in addition, because it is calcium-based, it'll naturally whiten your teeth. So that's a key ingredient in all of our toothpaste, whether it's our fresh mint cinnamon, we have bubblegum for kids, or even in our travel toothpaste, if you take on the road, all have this hydroxyapatite. It's a wonderful ingredient found in nature and without any side effects.
Wow, it's wonderful. Like I said, we have all of these products featured right there in the stream at the bottom. So click through if anybody is interested.
Thank you, Tommy.
and take a sample for yourself, including the travel pack that I just got in, and I'm going to be giving a whirl, which is great, because sometimes you don't need the big size, and you want to give something, you want somebody to try it out, and they don't want the big thing. I think it really works out well, because this way they can experience it and see what it's all about. But it is about resetting a lot of things, your expectations, right? When it comes to toothpaste, people are used to that sort of foaming action that you don't get. This is more of almost like a cream, almost, like, you know what I mean? And it takes time to adjust. And the same thing that people have to understand when it comes to StayWell Copper, like something like this, a phone patch, it's going to take some getting used to, because hey, you have to think about what type of phone do you have. It's going to benefit you, but maybe it might interfere with electrical. If you're doing electrical cords, you have to think about that. Maybe you can position it off to the side, on one side. So you have to think about these things. If you don't think about that, then you will have a negative experience. You want to just have the right understanding when you're having a new product, because you have to be a little open-minded, right?
Tony, one other thing I wanted to mention earlier, you had told me that you're wanting to take about a week or so vacation and you're looking for some fun, exotic places to go. Well, when you go, be sure and pack your StayWell Copper, because there's a lot of heavy bacteria that you encounter when you travel, and then take the ORL travel set. Those 2 little containers of toothpaste and mouthwash, I think they last a month, and they're little containers. It's really wonderful. You don't have to take the great big tubes of toothpaste and bottles of mouthwash that we used to have to take. So that's great for traveling.
Howard, I don't know if you heard it. I was mentioning I was like 50% there onto the last screen where you have to actually pay for it. I'm going to Hawaii. I can book the trip for next week. I was thinking, where can I use some of these points? I can still go in business class. Outrageous amount of like fees or whatever. And I was thinking, hey, well, 30 years ago, when me, my mom, and my brother, we went to Hawaii, just like 3 of us at the time. And now I'm thinking, do I finally make it back there? I'm going to do it one day.
Which island?
You know what? Usually it's easier for me just flying to Honolulu, right? Waikiki. And from there, then you can just go from there wherever you want. What I'm trying to find is away from the crowds. And I'm looking to almost live on a farm. Like I found out recently, because I love all these blueberries that I eat every day. So organically, I was doing the research and I found that Peru is the #1 exporter of blueberries in the world. So I said, okay, if I eat so many blueberries, I got to go to the source. So I've actually emailed a bunch of blueberry farms in Peru. So I said, I'm coming to Peru and I want to live on the farm and help grow the blueberries and document it. I'm just waiting to hear back from them, right? And that's how you do. If you follow what you love, you can be surprised what happens.
That's fantastic. No, blueberries is such a great food.
Yeah.
Also very low in pH, by the way, but it's a great food.
Well, you know what? They have some of the best. I don't know all the information, but like if you combine it with all the antioxidants and benefits, like they say it's one of the healthiest foods you can have is the organic blueberries.
Yeah, but to the point on travel too. I mean, Marcia, we've talked about this before, and whether it's the phone patch or I've got the tag with me right now. But you think about traveling, you think about. I mean, one of the dirtiest things in a hotel room is that TV remote, right? You would think that remote would have a copper patch on every single one. So it's good to travel with it just so you can put it on the table next to it. So every time you're using the remote, keeping your hands at least clean and bacteria free.
Even if you take one of our larger patches, which I have here, you can take this large patch, lay it on the nightstand, leave the adhesive on, lay it on the nightstand, put the TV remote on top of it. At least the next time you touch the remote, it will be much cleaner but this is just a powerful tool. I also, I have my purse isn't here. I'm going to go get it. Just a second. I'll show you one more easy use.
So Tony, you're going to Hawaii next week?
I didn't book it, so I'm not. But I was looking at the possibility because the thing is, travel has become so expensive. It's like triple the pricing. And remember, I go solo, right? So I got to maximize my points, right? And I just worked out here. There's as long as I'm flexible on the destination, right? And the thing is, you guys in the States have even better access to some of those credit cards. We get those welcome bonuses.
Right.
So if you switch to the different credit cards all the time for the different bonuses, you can rack up and between all your advertising, like millions of points every year.
Yes. I took one of our medium patches, which is the medium size, and I put it, this is my wallet. My money's inside, my credit cards, my driver's license. Right here where I touch all the time is my StayWell patch. So as I'm taking my credit cards out, putting my money in, again, another place to keep your hands free from harmful bacteria.
And Marcia, I know you've educated me on this. The copper kills the bacteria through an electrical type of.
It electrocutes it basically, and it
but it will not. There's nothing magnetic, so it won't affect your credit cards in any way, shape, or form.
No, it does not. and it doesn't affect your cell reception on your phone. The only issue, as Tony mentioned, if you do remote the the cordless charging, and you have to have that little spot on the back of your phone, access to that, you'll probably need to get the medium patch so that it can fit below that charging. I have the large patch on my phone because I want the most surface protection possible. You know, when you almost die from a staph infection, you take this stuff a whole different level of serious. And so I don't want germs in my life. In fact, I spray my countertops with this antibacterial spray. And my husband doesn't like it. He says, I don't want to breathe that into my lungs and da, 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 da. And I said, well, then stand back, because I can't stand to have the thought of a bacteria on my countertop. So I make him step away. I spray the countertops, and we kind of have an ongoing joke about me and my germ. I guess I am a germaphobe. Me and Howie Mandel and Kelly Ripa, Ellen DeGeneres,
you know what? I saw this wonderful joke. I think it was maybe a snippet from Joe Rogan, where he basically said, if you were a germaphobe before COVID,
what are you? Well, Howard Stern. I just learned from Howard that Howard Stern is a germaphobe. We've got a number of them that I'd love to have them find out about our product, because I think it would give them peace of mind. It would give them a proactive product to talk about that can address the fears we all have about staying healthy. Because you know what? Your health is your wealth. And without your health, you have no wealth at all. And, you know, when I laid in that hospital bed week after week after week, watching my body deteriorate, nothing I had accomplished before in my life mattered, because I didn't have my health. Yeah. And so I really did take this seriously when I finally got healthy. I wanted to make this my life's mission. And you guys both know me well enough I do get a little crazy about this copper thing, but it has kept me healthy.
Well, you know what, Marcia, you just said something which is really important and doesn't get said enough. It reminds me of when I attended virtually Grant Cardone. You may have heard of Grant Cardone, and his 10X thing that I watched last year. And he had somebody I learned to follow big time. His name is Jesse Easler, who's married to Sarah Blankley, who started Spanx, right? And they're a great combo. And he talked about how important your health is, that it makes no difference that if you are a billionaire with your own jet, that your nose is running just as much as the guy who's making 50 grand a year.
Yes.
And that's why you'll see people who have money are obsessed with their health, because they don't want somebody else to enjoy that money. They want to enjoy it. They want to be around for that, right? That's why they're obsessed. And so he said, you need to translate that mindset now. That, you know what I mean? Because if you're not obsessed with your health now, it shows you're not obsessed with making money in a way. It's true, because it all goes hand in hand. And then I get that more and more once I look into his history and how he invited a Navy SEAL into his house to train him for a month. And it was just a crazy story where this guy here at 40 years old, he was 45 at the time, at the end he was doing 1,000 push-ups a day.
Well, and I think back to the guy who founded Apple. What's his name? He died.
Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs. He had all the money in the world, and it couldn't buy his health back. He had access to the finest doctors, the finest of everything. And as he lay on his deathbed, the one thing he bemoaned was that with all that he had, he couldn't buy the thing he wanted and needed most, his health. So, I mean, Howard and I are very, very committed to helping you folks stay free from bacteria. And there's a reason behind our passion.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's the same thing when we talk about here some of Howard's products as well. You see coming up here in the stream, the same kind of passion. When you bring a passion to something, good things happen. Isn't that true, Howard?
Absolutely.
You know, so guys, we're going to be wrapping this up soon. Especially a shout out to our common friend Russ, who's recovering from an operation. Russ, we have a shout out to you, and best wishes on a speedy recovery, because we can't wait to see and talk to you soon. Um, and that's something we're definitely interested in. Any last words from Marcia or Howard today?
Stay well.
Yeah, no, Tony, thanks for putting this together. As always, great to see you. Great to see you, Marcia. I had a chance just briefly to talk to Russ, so he is on the road to recovery, and I know he appreciates your kind words, Tony.
That's wonderful. That's great news, Russ. So take care of yourself. Everybody, thank you all for being here today. It's been wonderful catching up, and we will talk again. Peace out and take care. Bye-bye. Guys,
Bye-bye.
you guys stay there for a sec, and I'm just going to close this 1 second.
Okay.